Alright, I thought I'd stop at this point and kind of make a little update on what I got going on this Vibrolux amp, clone amp. And got the transformers in. I got the heater wiring done. Pull the light over so maybe we can see something. And I just got done drilling for standoffs for the board so I can plant the board. Got the faceplate on, the pot's in place, and the back here also. So I was just trying to show some of that. Had to trim up the corners on the little bias board there for the when you plant the power transformer, the nut would go down on top of the board. You can't have that. And when I was down in the storage area, I dug up one of my old pilot light housing thing here. And I believe this is out of an old Fender. Can't remember what, but I thought, well, since I needed one and I happened to come across it, I would use it. And so there it is. It's very vintage compared to everything else. Yeah, got the power in, got the output in, got the choke in. Choke wires are here. Got the reverb transformer. Got the shielded wires on the input and out of the V1 and V2 tubes. What else? What else? Bent a resistor over. Now that's messed up. Oh well. That's about it, really. I gotta plant that board now. This is the piece of tape that Mojo Tone put on the chassis to remind him what it was, I guess. And I'm thinking about just leaving it in there. I don't know. Oh, these are just plastic caps, plugging the holes. And I got one, a grommet in that one, but I need to pull that out and actually put a cap in there to cap it off. I don't know why I was thinking I needed a grommet in there, but you know, stuff happens. I'd totally forgot that I had that. Came across a few spare parts down there and I just left them. But I have these old fuse holders too. These are from the 70s, I think. They're a little shorter, but they hold a full-length glass fuse, but they're a little shorter. And then their tongue on the end there hangs vertically straight down. I've got a few of those. Kind of forgot I had those too. Going through the junk pile. Forget what you have. And the power transformer's brand new. Just never used it until now. I got it in trade for some work actually. The guy bought it and he wanted a power transformer put in, and this was years and years ago, and I told him I'd do it, but then he decided, oh, he wanted a mercury transformer, and I said, well, that's fine. I says, I'll just trade you the work out for this transformer. I'll put that transformer in, you give me this one, and we'll call it even. So that's what we did. That was a long time ago. So anyway, I guess I'm about to, after I take this grommet out, get that in the camera, take this grommet out, I'll plant that board. I got the standoffs in there, ready to go. Plant that board and then start wiring the spaghetti war. I know where everything goes, but still it's a spaghetti war. So, alright, well, there's my update. Hope it's not too bad in this little segment. Till next time, thanks for watching if you watched. Bye. Alright, time for another little segment. Well, there she is. She's done. Done. Got a little tape, masking tape holding my ground wire in place for right now to somewhat keep that shape, I'm hoping. The amp is on. It's powered up. It's on very low power. Just warming those filter caps up. I got one rectifier tube in, and that's it. And it's been going for a few minutes on, well, let's see what the Variac's sitting at. Pardon me. I got the Variac on 60 volts right now. I'm going to go up to 75 volts. Got the current limiter on. Just barely any green light there. Let's see. Yeah, there you can see it. Let's let the camera focus. Let's turn on the multimeter. Oop. DC. Let's see if we're getting any DC. Looks like we're getting some DC. No magic smoke, that's probably a good thing. Let's see where we're at on here. For 75 volts. 229, 229, 229, 229, 228.2. Make sure I'm getting this in the camera. 229. Okay, any DC here? 0.1, 0, 0, 0, Oh, not getting a good connection or something. Oh. Just my wavering hand. Okay. Not getting any DC where we're not supposed to have it. No magic smoke. It's probably a good thing. Negative voltage. Let's try that. Negative. Looks good. Looks like my little pilot light in here is working pretty good. I was wondering about that since it's as old as the hills. Not quite as old as I am, but old. So anyway, it's probably going to be a little bit shorter of a video. Good there. Let's see where we're at over here. Yep, liking that. Very good. Well, so far so good. We'll let those filter caps settle in and just warm it up real slow. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. This time I am. Try to give you a view of what I got going here. Well, there it is. Vibrolux clone AA964 circuit. And try to hold the camera steady here a little bit. I know handheld videos kind of suck. And not much to see. I had to on my, let me get my pointer, sorry for that. So on my ground connection here to the chassis for the main ground from the wall, my usual big soldering iron took a poo. So I had to get out Big Bertha here. Let's see if I can get that in the view. I had to go dig out Big Bertha. She takes a long time to warm up and she gets extremely hot. She's still cooling off. And so my weld it's not bad. Or my solder joint, I should say. Not bad, but if the camera will focus. Not bad, but not as pretty as some I've done. Like that little, let's see, can I get that in there? Oh yeah, there it is. There's a nice pretty one there for you. And that was done with the other guy. The other guy, it's been used so much that my, I don't know what you'd call it, electrode, but it's split. You can only get so much use out of them. Split apart. So I gotta build another one of those and get it stuck in there. They're kind of a pain in the rear too, but oh well. Let's see. You see the current limiter on. Turn the light back on. Alright, well that's going to be about it for now. I'm going to let those filter caps burn in and or set up, whatever you want to call it, form up. And I'll have to put some temporary tubes in it and see what she does. But anyway, yeah, there she is. Sorry for the handheld videos. It's about they're kind of crappy videos. But anyway, thanks for watching if you watched. Bye. Alright, here's another little segment on this Vibrolux clone. I think I got everything going right. I was just installing these knobs. Well, it's not much to see, but I believe everything's working. I got when I first fired it up, I had just some test tubes in it. But now that I got the bias set and everything, and everything seems to be working properly. Keyword seems. You never know until you let these things run for a while. But I got my RCA tubes in there, power tubes. And for preamps, I got a couple of old web cores. Now I know that's not an amplifier, but it's a web core made old reel-to-reel machines in the 50s. And I'm sure they made other stuff, but I found some years ago, I found some old 12AX7s that said web core on them, and they were in really good shape. They got the long black plates. So here's an Amprex, and it's got long. The writing on it's pretty much gone, but it's an Amprex, an old one. But it's got long gray plates. But it's a little weak. It's good for doing testing and stuff when you're first firing up an amp and stuff. But the web cores I got, they were good and strong, and they sound real good, and so I went with those. But anyway, I'm just installing these knobs here, and try to turn everything down to 0. At least I got you guys sitting on the tripod this time. So I got my hands free. These knobs I got from Hoffman. You know, the old Fender knobs, they had like a metal insert. Hopefully you can see that. On the inside, they had like a metal insert in there, and these do not. These do not. They look really similar to the old ones, but they're just not. The old ones had that metal insert in there, and they had the little set screw, and they were just a better quality knob. I've had a couple of these knobs that I get from Hoffman strip out on me right from the get-go, and that kind of sucks. I'm sure he doesn't go through and check every knob. He probably buys them in bulk, but that's okay. I hope I got enough. It looks like I do. Got a hell of a mess going here. Got the reverb tank hanging out over here. This is an old Accutronics long spring. I believe it only has 2 springs in there. The old Fender ones only had 2 springs to my knowledge. If they had more than that, I'm not aware of it, but the old black faces. Yep, there we go. Looks a little better with knobs on it. And I'm just playing through my my old bench speaker there, so it don't have a cabinet or something. It just sits open and hear that reverb going. Playing my Strat, and this Strat, it's really got the banjo sound when you put it on the neck pickup and the middle pickup. When I'm playing a Strat or trying a Strat, I like that banjo tone they get. They call it the banjo tone. That's kind of what I look for. And in those style of guitars. I'm not much for the Telecasters. I've played a couple and they're okay. I just can't get past them. But I love Stratocasters. So anyway, that's just a little segment. Seems like everything's working okay. Yeah, I don't care for the bright switch too much. Let's try the first channel. I haven't put it on the scope yet. I probably will do that. I don't know if I'll get that on vid or not, but I'll probably throw it up on the scope next couple of days and have a gander at it, run it through its paces, and see what the scope says. Alright, well, I don't think you guys want to sit here and listen to me noodle around on it. Seems like everything's working so far. And try to keep my hands out of it. And yeah, that's about right. The old reverb effect. Real tinny with my bench speaker. Probably ought to get a cabinet for that thing. It just sits on the floor and out in the open. So anyway, real tinny sounding. I should get the cabinet for it in the mail tomorrow. Don't have no speakers for it. Gotta order those up. And I don't know when I'll get around to doing that. Christmas is coming up, so kind of thinking of other things right now. And but anyway, there she is. Filtering on top on the board this time. Little bit different design for the board, but it's still a Fender circuit, you know. AA964 is what it is. You know, newer components, newer transformers. So they don't sound like the old ones, but they still sound good. You can make them sound good. You know, you can go in and do tweaks to them and stuff, and you know, it's still a good circuit. It still sounds good. Just got to work with them a little bit. Try to use quality components. Always helps. You know, if you're using these crap components, it's probably going to sound like crap. Or maybe not, you know. But anyway, there she be. I'll have to make another little video segment when I got it in the box and got some speakers going. Don't know when I'll do that. But this amp, pretty much, you know, pretty much just components that I already had. I already had the filter caps. Pretty much had all the components, really. It's pretty much all carbon film resistors. These pink ones that I like. I know they're pink. I know they're pink. But they sound good. They're a good quality resistor. And a couple of carbon comps here and there, you know. Like I got the 10 meg for the Roach here, the tremolo. It's a carbon comp. I used carbon comps for the resistor off ground on the bass pots. I used carbon comps on that. The 1.5 1 watts here, I used carbon comps on there because that's just what I had. And why not? They're brand new. Ain't nothing wrong with them. I already had the power transformer and the output transformer. Just had to go dig them out. It's not like I got a ton of spare parts or anything, but at least I knew I had them. And then the ground switch I had to order from Hoffman along with the knobs also. And the ground switch isn't doing a dang thing. It's tying my neutral to transformer through this lug right here. That's all it's doing. It was just to plug the hole. That's it. And then if I ever get the get a yearning for messing with it or something, I might try a negative feedback on and off or something with the ground switch or something like that. Just move the neutral, just tie them together and shrink wrap them. But for now, that's a good place to put your neutral. Just that lug there, it's just tying the neutral together. And couple of the preamp tubes. They're all those Belton or Beltane or whatever you call them. But these two, the phase inverter and the reverb recovery and tremolo, the sockets are just a little bit different style than the other four, but they're still that tan, that tan composite stuff. And like I said, the octal sockets, I already had those, and those are those black ones. They're a good socket. Just stuff I already had on hand. This speaker jack that I'm using here, dug that out of an old reel-to-reel that didn't work no more, that I stole tubes out of. I do that kind of thing. This jack here, the extension speaker's new, but this one, it's the old style Switchcraft. Stole it out of like I said, a reel-to-reel. I already had the pots. I already had the input jacks. I already had pretty much all the resistors. I got a 2.2, one of the PRP 2.2 meg in the tremolo circuit here. So it's a red one. It's the only one. I used a lot of the half watts in this build, which is, they're 350 volts, so they're good. But in the plate load resistors, I used the 1 watt 100Ks, 82K 100K. I used 1 watts on those. When you do, it just seems to make the amp more stable, in my opinion, using those on the preamp plates. And I went with, I had these old radio, or they're not old, but they're all Nishikon, and they're all radial. Even the cathode bycast caps are radials. That's why they're standing up like that. The Roach I got from Hoffman. I already had it on hand, but I had ordered 3 or 4 from him, I don't know, a couple years back. So I had one, and it's my last one. I don't have any more now. And the ceramic caps, I got tons of those. For some reason, I get overloaded on ceramic caps. I don't know how I do that. But, I do old tube radios too. I like to do the old radios also. And I think that's how I end up with so many ceramic caps. I got the one jug coffee cans, the plastic ones, the Folgers, just full of old wax capacitors and stuff out of old radios. And don't ask me why I don't throw them things away. They're not good for nothing, but I keep saving them for some reason, and I keep throwing them in these old coffee cans, and ain't none of them worth a shit. But I don't know, I just don't throw them away. I'm a hoarder of old capacitors. I wish I wasn't, but I guess I am. using the Vichets here, caps there, and some Mallory's in this circuit here. I guess these Vichets are supposed to be some good caps. I don't have a lot of experience with them, but somebody was telling me, hey, try those Vichet caps. They're pretty good. I think it was the guy for Valve Storm was telling me that. And he runs a little website called Valve Storm, and they mostly do Marshall type amplifiers, but they have some of these Vichet capacitors. And I believe that's where I got these. A couple of Panasonics in here. Polyester caps. Oh, the 3.3 meg reverb mixer I got there. I hope you can see this in the camera. I haven't even been paying attention. It's got that 10 picofarad ceramic across it. It's a carbon comp, because that's what I had. And so that's what I used. Little different layout design for the board, but I've done this kind of design before. For that red box deluxe reverb that I built, inside that red box, I don't know, if you haven't seen it, go back a few videos or whatever until you see this old red box thing. And I built a deluxe reverb inside this old red suitcase looking box. And I got a similar design as to this going in it. So it's not my first time building, filters on the boards and stuff, and just having the components up top. If anything goes to poo, it's easy to replace for sure. Years from now, when these filters have got to be replaced, it'll be easy access for sure, and radial, so that they'll probably be more available rather than axial. Some folks say that axials are becoming a thing of the past, but I haven't really noticed it. I don't doubt that at all, but I haven't noticed it. Maybe years down the road they will be a thing of the past. Most things do go that way. What else can I jabber about? I don't know. I guess that's about it. My old pilot light mechanism in there seems to be working, and that was another item I had on hand. And just popped it in there. Let's hope for the best, and so far so good. I'll probably sit and leave this thing burning for a couple hours. I haven't done that yet, and I'll probably do that probably tonight. Sit and let it burn while I'm watching the boob tube or something. Maybe it'll do the magic smoke and I'll have something to do. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. It's smoking. What did I do wrong? Alright, well, thanks for watching if you watched, folks. Hit the subscribe button, the bell button, make a comment, good, bad, or ugly. Who cares anymore? All that kind of stuff. And till next time, next segment, I'll probably have it in a box with some kind of speakers going, and go from there. Thanks for watching, folks. Bye.